We're on our way to the dump with this truckload of stuff, and the truck basically doesn't want to go. I'm borrowing my friend's truck, and I really feel terrible because I know he has other stuff to do, and now he's going to have to come out and help me figure out what's going on with his truck. We've learned a lot in the past year, and at the same time, I still feel like we know very little. First off, I was so far off my belief that this was a 6-month project. Allie definitely had a more realistic approach to the timeline, but we've both been good about knowing that this was not going to be easy and to not let the issues and the speed bumps and the disruptions cause us to get divorced. It's coming together, but it's a slow process. So here are a few thoughts on our construction project after a year at it. But the first thing we learned is to measure progress in months, not days. Every task seems to move slowly, but when I look at the photos and videos from 2 months ago or 6 months ago and compare to where we are now, I feel much more at peace with how it's all going. There has been a lot of construction in Ziwa since the pandemic began. It's probably similar to the United States, where the market has pushed through despite the lack of travel, the amount of people that were furloughed or in tough financial situations, and so on. One byproduct of the pandemic has been the price of materials is so expensive compared to just a year ago. Another result is that it has become increasingly more difficult for us to get workers here, just like I've heard it has been in the U.S. right now. We'll get good guys, but they'll leave for another job closer to their house or maybe for more money. I never really know. Sometimes the guys that we get just aren't super great and they'll not show up for days on end. But over the last couple of months, my patience for the riffraff, mostly people not showing up, is gone. Your best bet for workers is really using someone that comes recommended from someone else that has actually used them. It's still a crapshoot, but you'll have a much better winning percentage using these guys. Having good guys really makes everything else easier. We don't know anything about plumbing, so we're very fortunate that we've used the same plumber over the past 10 months. He knows what he's doing. We really trust him when he advises us, and we just listen to him and let him do his thing. The electrician that we've used over the last 3 months or so is really expensive, but he's also very good. He's always busy, and sometimes he'll tell us that he can't come for a few weeks, and that throws off our schedule a bit. But do we go with someone that maybe we're not as familiar with, or try to work around our electrician schedule? It's a tough call. The guys that come in and work are awesome though. They don't complain, they work hard, they have a great attitude to our constant changing of plans. We just can't find enough of these guys to stay ahead of our schedule. The learning curve on finding materials and items is a bit of a slow climb too. You can't just type into Google, Zihuatanejo doors and windows, air conditioners in Zihuatanejo, garage doors in Zihuatanejo, and see a list of the websites of all of the businesses that offer those things and what they have in stock, or even just a map of the businesses that sell these items. Again, it's mostly through talking to other people that have already jumped through the hoops and done the legwork, or randomly passing by the place that sells or makes what you need that we have figured these things out. We just purchased 2 more air conditioners, and the store we bought from is by far the cheapest in Zihuatanejo, but they don't exist online. We just happened to pass by them on the way to another store. Being on the ground has overall been to our benefit. I think I've mentioned the reasons before why it's good to be here. You can make adjustments on the fly. You'll save money by overseeing the smaller projects and purchasing some of the materials yourself. And you see things that maybe other people wouldn't see. Those little imperfections that will drive you crazy and no one else. It's a construction zone, and there is no real oversight on making this construction zone safe. We're finally putting in the railings on the stairs and the rooftop, as I really hated seeing people walk up 35 feet above the ground with no solid barrier preventing an accident. And Allie and I have both had some good worksite injuries. The workers have too. I'm sure they're just a bit tougher than us. Another issue with being on the ground is that we are living among the dust and the debris. There is dirt on everything all the time, inside and out. That's probably our fault for living here while the construction is going on, but still, it's not one of the more enjoyable aspects of being here 24/7. And since we are here, then apparently we are in charge of providing the crew with water. That sounds bad. Obviously, they need water. But I'm just saying, it's all in the package that we pay, right? I mean, if you have some neighborhood kid that mows your lawn for $40, I doubt he or she says, that doesn't include the bottled water that you'll be providing and placing in the shade while I work. The $40 includes their snacks and their water. We're also in charge of supplying toilet paper and apparently cleaning up the workers' bathroom. It's not a huge deal, but if we weren't here, I'm sure that someone else would take the reins on cleaning the toilet. You know what's crazy? The amount of glass in the backyard. Old bottles and broken glass everywhere. I've spent hours upon hours combing through the backyard, picking up little pieces of glass and old bottles. I get the joys of littering, I guess, but just smashing bottles into the soil? In another month, we're going to advertise ourselves as the only property on La Madera with no glass shards on the grounds. I do feel like everything is finally coming together. A year ago, we were just a couple of days into the remodeling of this downstairs apartment. 9 months ago, we still had the original 2 roofs above. 6 months ago, we still hadn't started the work on the second floor balcony. There was no roof on our unit, and the rooftop patio slab had yet to be poured. And just 3 months ago, there were no stairs to get to that rooftop patio. Only 2 months ago, we hadn't touched the backyard or those glass shards. And now we've leveled off 400 square feet of space and added a 300 square foot pool. We've modernized everything from the plumbing, the electrical, roofing, internet, security. We're painting the outside of the house, and we've started painting the new upstairs units too. Almost all of the concrete work is done, which is a large source of the materials and the mess that it creates. Next week, we'll finally finish the ATV garage and complete the railings. The windows and doors will all be installed in about 2 weeks. We've purchased all of the tile flooring, and they will go in as soon as we finish painting inside and the kitchens are completed. So it's been a long year. I can't believe that we're not done yet, but I am super optimistic that we are in the final stages. And it's exciting to finally see our vision come to fruition. Stay tuned as we finish things up. If you're thinking about doing something like this, then go for it. If you have the means, then start looking for that perfect property now, or start your rebuild now. It is a lot of work, obviously, but you'll be glad when it's over that you didn't wait any longer to get started. Good luck, and thanks for watching.